XVII, which is known as the battle which had two starts but only one ending. For, as the two armies charged across the field, probability struck in the form of gopher holes. And before the two armies met in decisive combat, two fighters had put their feet in holes and had badly injured themselves. So, all action stopped and everyone went into a hold without really getting into the battle. And the ambulances came and took off the casualties, and they said, well, let's start it over. So we all went back to where we'd started. Unfortunately, you see, I was with Eldemir. And Eldemir had a very simple plan. For before us was the Free Militia. And the Free Militia was going to charge and break through, I think it was at the junction point between Trimaris and the Merkphalans. And they had one mission, to die with glory. As always.
They do it well.
And crack a hole. And Eldemir, which was serried in two companies in close column, two lines, was going to go through the hole and do what they love. Eldemir loves best, which is get in the backfield and look for a fight. Well, we went storming forward, and we turned around and came back because there was a hold called, and you could just see the East Realm, because we had this huge open field in front of us. And we had a nice spot. And we were the only people out in that particular chunk of the field. And you could see Eastern groups that had formed face this way sort of turn in. Trimaris and Merkphalan had seen the plan. The militia went charging forward. Trimaris and Merkphalan locked their shields. The militia could go nowhere. We had nowhere to go. We were wrapped around on the flanks and we were annihilated. I've fought with Eldemir for a number of years. That was the worst day that the Northlands has ever had in arms in the last 8 wars. The entire Eldemiran force was destroyed within the first 45 seconds. And we saw mid-realm units maneuvering around us, but no one came to our aid. Incidentally, the mid-realm won the battle, but we didn't remember that part. Ebb and flow, wave on rocks, wash and falter, wave of honor, wave of tears, fell for friends far lost and gone. Like the waves they lined that day, wave and wave, steel and sinew, coursed to crash on rocks and crags that lined the breach they hoped to lop. Like the waves they laughed that day, sea-dew sparkle on sunlit steel, stood they, waves in serried ranks, like the tide, turned east to roar. Carthage sun stood firm the first, seaman, soldier, wave point aimed, with marines and soldiers many, poised to pounce, lines flowing free. Followed Iden, long-armed fighter, graybeard girt in steel and arms, cap of waves, the warrior captain, waiting walk on blooded foam. Came the morning, forth the many, waves all tumbling towards the east, wave on wave behind fair freemen, signed to spend themselves full well. Came the tide surge, came cruel battle, waves and troughs, rude crash and roar. Forward Carthage, on Kincora, on to East Realm's point and edge. Towering wave cap, poised to tumble, but the broken rhythm ruined the symmetry of the tide race, pierced on points of eastern shore. Vain the struggle, and yet valiant, wave on wave enfold, not free. Alandris fallen, foeman facing, wounds before him, marines close by. Wave on wave, then waves fell on them, trident seas of spears unchallenged. Lost was Grimwolf, then Alasdair, keening Shannon standing o'er him. Roared Rhys Mordwin, wellspring warrior, roared o'er crashing sword and spear. On Trimarans, on Merkphalans, Come and race the tide today. Surged the east, scourged the coast. Glandeth fell, his steel still singing. As he fell midst many comrades, northern waves lapped eastern legs. Forward Iden, laughing greybeard, saw his time come, met the moment. Gleeful captain wave at full course, meeting fate his wounds in front. East realms circle all around them. Fate washed o'er them fore and back. Cast was Edward far like flotsam, lone and lanced to fight and fall. Cast on rocks was northern metal, rocks of iron, rocks of gold. Shoney's fate fell with king's guardsmen, tide pool caught midst towering crags. Slain from Skraeling was their finest cry, for Corrigan sings no more. Shed your tears in distant Steinbach, for northern foemen felled and still. There fell all who came campaigning, surged in file to meet their fate. Ruddy ripples reached for succor, distant wavelets skirt the shore. Ebb and flow, waves on rocks, wash and falter. Waves of honor, wave of tears, fallen for the drear day gone.